How's it going, folks, and welcome back. It's episode number 28 of Park 2 Primera. Things are going very, very well. We are at the start of March, and whilst the youth intake, it's not quite here just yet. What is here is a very good Villarreal side to take on today. Away from home, 4th versus 5th. Since we were last here, we've played a little bit of football, and it's gone pretty well. Let's talk about the games. So last time we were here, we were taking on Celta Vigo to end the month of January, and since then, over the last month and a bit, we have played 5 games in total, a little bit spaced out the fixtures, and given the games that we've had, they've gone pretty well. We started off with a win against Real Betis. In this game, we were actually a goal down. Lioness scored for them really early on, but an inspired fight back away from home, a game that we played really well in, and eventually the dominance, I guess, that we showed on the pitch came through in the scoreline. Martinez, Mejica with the goals. Nice result. And, well, I needed a win here because the next few games weren't quite going to be so easy. So against Real Madrid, we really didn't show up in this game. I mean, they're just a better team with better quality. Rodrigo and Tillemans with the goals for them. And, not a lot to say on this one other than the fact that Machado had a pretty good game. A player who I feel like last year we were talking about for all the wrong reasons. He has improved. He has stepped up this year. I mean, you can see it in the average ratings. He's had a bit more to do because, obviously, we're playing against better teams. And he's done it reasonably well. 10 clean sheets in 24 is not, the most insane stat line ever. But as a newly promoted team, our defence is, I think, the 5th or 6th best in the league. It's been something that we've really kind of prided ourselves on and I think has been a contributor to our success. And I think we do have Machado to thank quite a bit for that. Now, you may have spied this result in the fixture list and thought, oh my word, what happened here? We beat Barcelona, everyone, and it wasn't even close, he says, looking at the fact the goal came in the 93rd minute with the last kick of the game. It was Hardy with it on off the bench, and it was a goal against his former club. Of course, we signed him from Barcelona B. Was it a pretty goal? Absolutely not. Basia nodded it across. Hardy then at the back post for the tap-in. A 1-0 win against Barcelona. I mean, this is what you want to see. And again, the defence critical to this success. You can see here, every single defender getting above a 7.0. We rode our luck in this game. And as you can see, pretty much for the last 30 or so minutes, we were dominant. They made some subs, we made some subs, and our subs made a difference. Good decision-making, Jack. So following on from that Barcelona game, another great win, this time against Athletic Club. We won 4-0 in the end. And, well, whilst that is a great result, they are in 12th and they had just sacked their manager. They didn't have a manager when they took us on, so probably the best possible time that we could be playing them. We got a win there, but unfortunately, in our most recent game against Fuenlabrada, the team we were promoted with last year, we bottled it. We were winning 3-0. They got a goal just before halftime. I thought, it's going to be fine. It's going to be no worries here. Was not fine. We scored 2 own goals in this game. Valles with the first and then Huadro with one. I feel like we have to acknowledge the own goals. The fact that we've managed to score 2 own goals in a singular game is something special. This one was, I want to say it was bizarre. It's very unfortunate, this one. And while having assisted 1 own goal, Huadro then did that. Yeah. I've checked this game for match fixing, please. But anyway, with that sequence of 5 results, we remain in 4th place, which is where we were, I think, last time that we left things. 4th or 5th was where we were at. We are still yet to take on Valencia due to their European commitments and a run in the Copa del Rey. That rescheduled game, the game that I was meant to do last episode, still hasn't happened. But today we take on Villarreal, and if we could win here, it would be superb. We would pull away from them, and we'd be looking at, 4th or 5th with some real possibility, I suppose, with 10 games left of the season after today. A loss here, though, could see us get pulled down. I do anticipate a loss, if I'm being honest, which might sound a bit defeatist, but they're a good team. We're just going to have to see how we get on today. I talked about that defensive record that we've got. You can see here we have the 5th best defence. No, it is now the 6th best defence in the league. It's actually joint 5th best. Technically right. And then in terms of goals scored, we've got the 4th best attack. We've already found a nice balance this year between going forward and being a good team defensively. And, obviously a big proponent, I suppose, of our success this year has been Mejica. He has been absolutely top drawer, of course, signed from Leeds United for £165,000. A player who for the last 3 seasons has played at 3 separate levels And he's only got better and better, dare I say. He's been such a useful player for us this year, continuing to develop, which is always nice. And to be honest, with the team across the board, there's been pretty notable improvement everywhere. I look at the defence, of course, Valles came in January. He's had a very good start to his time at the club. You can see a sea of green when it comes to average ratings. Yeah, he's looked more than solid, and he even got his first ever goal for the club. The man with 11 heading. Worth noting that we are a little injured today. No serious injuries, I should point out, but in terms of these little knocks, these little annoying injuries that force players out the first team, there's a fair few of them, including to Pablo Torre, who, as you can see here, failed a fitness test. So, yeah, we are Torre-less, and while we were Torre-less last game, I was going to say we didn't look so good. We drew 3-3 with 2 own goals. I don't think that was down to Pablo Torre's absence, but undeniably, he is definitely a player that we miss. So last episode, I left things with 4 or 5 days left of the transfer window. Did we sign anyone? No, we didn't. Yeah, Atakovic, the only player of real significance that we bought midway through the transfer window. Marsa, and of course, if we just look here, Valles, they'd already agreed to join us. Atakovic so far, I mean, he got a goal on his debut. That's kind of where it's peaked for him. Obviously, I see him as the long-term centre attacking mid for us. I am training him to play there. In terms of tactically, I've given him a game there. He got a 6.4 rating. It's a work in progress. And well, before we get into today's match, just a little teaser, I guess, for what's to come tomorrow. Our youth preview is here. Is it good? Is it bad? It's weird. They don't really seem to give me a overall synopsis. They tell me there's some good players. They tell me there's some bad players. I don't know if it's a golden generation. I don't know if it's bad. I think it's going to be really average, which is a bit of a shame because we've had some good youth intakes. I mean, I look at Jonathan Martinez, who came through our academy as a player who I want to see continue to develop, and a player who's really made a mark on the first team. Of course, last year's youth intake, kind of the big headline, was Jorge Calderon, who has developed a lot, dare I say, over the course of his first year at the club. You can see here, progressing everywhere. The kind of player who, dare I say it, I might be trying to facilitate into the first team next year. Would that be rushing him in? Maybe a tiny bit, but at 16 years old, he is phenomenal. Obviously, we have some really, really good young players. We're looking to continue to develop them. The most kind of notable, I guess, has been Martinez, but you may remember players like Pettersson, who we signed last year, played a fair bit of football for us in the second tier. Upon our promotion, obviously, just not as good as he was last year in terms of quality. So we've stuck him in the kind of reserves to hopefully develop a little bit. I'll be honest, his development has stagnated a little, but I am just going to remind us all, we signed him for £85. I mean, it looks like a bug, doesn't it, when you see £85 written there? I remain adamant, one of the best £85 I've ever spent. Anyway, in terms of team selection for today's game, this is the team that we're going to go with. A little bit of rotation needed in it. Unfortunately for us, we've got a few injuries at centre-back, including to Basia. So as a result, Rojas is going to come back into the team. He has played 15 games for us this year, and he's not been too terrible. It's weird. Last year, we had so much stability at centre-back. It wasn't a pairing that we rotated around. This year, there's been 3 or 4 defenders between the likes of Rojas and Valles, who we've kind of rotated around on the regular. And so, whilst there hasn't been that degree of synergy, that, stableness that I guess comes with just having an outright good defensive pair, whoever we thrust into the spotlight in that position has done pretty well so far. So we're going to hope that Rojas keeps that pattern going. Of course, Marsa and Huardo also coming into the team. Onana is going to play as our ball-winning midfielder. Onana is a player who we've played in a few different spots this year. There's been times when he's played at centre-back. There's been times when we've played him at centre-mid. At the moment, I'm going through a phase of playing him at centre-mid, just because Jordan Ferry has been, I want to say, disappointing. I think that'd be an understatement. He started things so well this year. His performances as of late just haven't been good enough. So as a result, we've dropped him down to the bench. That means that Blanco moves up into the box-to-box midfielder role. Blanco had a bit of a slow start, but now that he's injury-free, he has, really turned into a mainstay of the first team, of course, repping the captain's armband for us. Bicho out on the left has slowed down a little as well. Of course, he got Player of the Month in December. Avramides, however, out on the other wing, is finally doing some pretty special stuff. 4 assists, 2 goals in his last 5 games. Took him a little while to get going, the 18-year-old, but suddenly the kind of numbers that he's putting in make me believe he is going to be worth the £6.5 million we spent, continuing to develop. Looks like an absolutely phenomenal player. Yeah, big fan of Alessio. Of course, Dejan, going to be playing him at centre attacking mid today. We don't have Pablo, unfortunately, and Ricky is coming back from injury. I actually don't know. No, okay. I was about to say, I don't know if he could start for us. Apparently, he should only play 45 minutes. So as a result, and because, of course, Gibbs-White got recalled by Wolverhampton Wanderers, at centre attacking mid, we're just going to play Atakovic and let him learn the position. I mean, look, this is the best way to help him develop. Yes, he's unconvincing at it. Yes, he's learning what to do. Sometimes, though, you've got to take a calculated risk, and I think that's what this is. And, of course, Mojica up front, he's just blooming brilliant. But today's opposition in Villarreal are not going to be pushovers. As I said, if they beat us today, they will take themselves and plop themselves in the Champions League spots, albeit with us having a game in hand over them. If we can get a win here, we start to look like the real deal. I've not really entertained the possibility that we could finish top 4 because it just doesn't feel realistic, even with 10 games left. But knowing that we've now taken on the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, twice already this year, I look at the games that are remaining ahead of us and think, we could do this. And this is the kind of game that is going to shape, I guess, the running at the end of the season. You can see here, there's kind of 4 teams battling it out for the European spots. I want to be in it to win it. I want to be up there come the end of the year. This match here is the kind of one where we're going to see what we're all about. Are we the hokey cokey? What if the hokey cokey was what it's all about? Can you imagine? That would be that. The meaning of life is the hokey cokey. I think it has different names everywhere, though. I think in America, they call it the hokey pokey. Why am I discussing this in a Football Manager video? We need to do some defending here. Pino, bringing it down the right-hand side for them. Tries to get into the middle. Barca, though, great tackle by the former Barcelona man. I'm allowed to say that now because, of course, we signed him permanently in January. We're going to look to spring their counter-attack. It's Atakovic bringing it forward. What a run. Can he finish it? Already makes a big, big stop. The first meaningful chance of this game comes our way, and unfortunately, we couldn't find the back of the net there. But it's not over yet. Bicho to whip it in. Give it back to Bicho. Is he onside? I think he is. No, he's not. I can't be a linesman. Corner here. Bicho again on this far side. Looping ball in. Oh my word, really collects. Early signs. Pretty promising for us, especially as the away side to be creating as much as we are is great to see. And we're going to look to do more down the right-hand side. Avramides, he's been very good as of late, turning provider. On that occasion, Walter McCannaman has just absolutely destroyed him. And while he continues his run, does the Argentine defender. Avramides, though, gets his revenge. A little bit of Argentine action on the far side of the pitch. Oh my word, what is that pass? Mojica! Okay, Antonio Blanco, you are going to have to explain that pass. How did he see that? It's not a particularly pretty goal, but what a ball that is, and a good finish as well. Velez plays it to Avramides. Blanco then pulls a ball from out of absolutely nowhere. Ruddy comes charging out, doesn't get anywhere near it, and we have first blood in this game, and so far in this match, we've been the better team. We've not had as much of the ball as I would like, but we look very good. Okay, well, that is the end of the first half. It feels weird, you know. We win a lot of the games in live comms by very, very narrow margins, and indeed across the season, we've won a lot of games by these kind of narrow margins, and whilst on the one hand, I don't want to win games like this on the regular, it does play into the philosophy that we have. The club, vision is to play solid defensive football. If we defend well, then we're going to win games. You can't lose if you don't concede. That's my mantra. And well, we might need to stick to that here as Munir brings it forward and tucks it in. That is not the start to the second half we wanted. That whole thing, you can't lose if you don't concede. We have just conceded. We're not losing yet. Fear now there might be a little bit of a boat to stabilise it. I think he's rocked the boat there. We need to make sure we don't capsize. Right, little bit of a demand more shout now. I don't want to change stuff up too much here, because I don't think we've played that badly, dare I say. Away from home, a draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world either. Looking at our performances in the midfield, it's been pretty disappointing. Martinez is going to come on for us. Hardy's going to come on for us. And you know what? Pooch is going to come on for us as well. We're bringing in 3 new centre attacking mids. say that, no. The 3 new attacking mids, 1 is a centre attacking mid. Like, I struggle with counting. 17 minutes left, Villarreal free kick, whipped in, Pau Torres is there and heads over. Oh, this is a nervy end to the game. If we could hold on for a draw, that would be very good, but I feel like we have been on the back foot in this second half. We didn't really dominate the first half, but we were the better team. In this half, they've come back stronger. And, well, Rulli is going to collect that. I thought for a second we might have a repeat of the first half goal. Was dealt with by the Argentine there. But, well, we've won it back well. Pooch, Martinez, the youngster. He's got pace. It's one of his big strengths. He's not a smart footballer. He's a fast footballer. And, well, Rulli is a blooming agile footballer. How has he plucked that out the air like that, the keeper? Lumps it forward as well to Nino. Now with Andreas for them, who's going to hit it. And, well, Machado called into action. We've not seen him make a whole lot of saves today. He's made one there. Just going to time waste a little and go a little more direct when we do indeed have the ball in play. Is there, I don't know, a late sting in the tail here? They're going to hope there is, as Onana gets it away. What's his name? Jack, every episode. Hold it together, man. Maffeo for them down the far side. Do not let him get the ball into the box. It's a block. It's going to be a corner. I'm going to tell the player no pressure as the ball comes in. Relax, lads. It's going to be fine. And you know what? That's not a bad little result, is it, all in all? A bit of a disappointing second half after a great first half. Mexico was our best performer, but 1-1 away from home against Villarreal. I mean, it's not a win. We're not extending our lead over them, but it's the kind of game that at least maintains that gap. Unfortunately for us, I don't think the other teams around us slipped up. Levante, actually, they drew. Okay, fair enough. They drew. Valencia, they lost 3-0. Okay, I'll take it all back. The teams around us did slip up, which plays even more into our favour. Wow. I mean, the gap that we have here between the likes of ourselves and, you know, Getafe and Valladolid is significant now. Yeah, 49 points. It's better than where I thought we'd be at this point at the start of the year. So with that result, we remain in Champions League contention, and as we get to a pretty, I guess, hectic run in to end the year, I think we can expect a few more episodes before the season is up. I've noticed here, Levante and Valencia, we take on back-to-back in April. They are in 7th and 6th. They are 2 of the teams that we are really going to be battling it out with. That feels to me like it's ready-made for a double header. So I think that is when we will be back next time, which I'm excited about. Hopefully we're still going to be in 4th when you guys return. It's going to be a challenge. That is for certain. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you have enjoyed the video, do drop a like on it. Let me know now. 10 games left of the season. 11 games for us. We've got a game in hand. But with 11 games left of the season, where do you think we're going to finish? I think at this point, top 6 has to be the aim. If we could hold on to where we are now, it would be a mind-blowingly good season. Whether or not we can do that, you'll have to stick around to find out. So I will see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching as always. It is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.